One of the reasons that gay marriage has come on so strong in the USA is intimidation. If you oppose, you may become a target. Recently, the CEO of Mozilla, Brandon Ike, forced to resign because he donated $1,000 to support traditional marriage back in 2008. Speaking about that, the editor of a very liberal website said this.
Here's the disturbing thing. I did ask some of my gay activist friends, like, look, here's a list. 6,500 people gave the same amount that he did or more in California. Should we go down the list and sort of start targeting all these people? And I asked this facetiously, and people were like, let's do it. Let's find out where these people live.
All right, joining us now from Washington, Fox News analysts Mary Catherine Ham and Juan Williams. So Mr. Kim was being honest. You oppose gay marriage, you could get hurt, Juan. And that's one of the reasons that a lot of people don't say a word, is it not?
That's incontrovertible. You're exactly right. I mean, history here has a very clear pattern, Bill. You look at what happened with Phil Robertson on Duck Dynasty, the people at Chick-fil-A. Initially, conservatives, went to eat at Chick-fil-A to support them, but now with their new business strategy, they say they're staying out of politics. I think Duck Dynasty's numbers have gone down. And I think the folks at Mozilla felt that it wasn't only internal that there was some resistance now to Mr. Ike, but externally it was going to cost them money and support and goodwill to have him there, and that's why he, decided it was best for him to go.
It's a different issue than the one you're defining. The issue's different. Here's the issue. All American consumers have a right to go where they want to go. So if a gay American doesn't like the posture of Mozilla or Chick-fil-A or the Robertsons, they don't have to go there. Big difference, Mary Catherine, is saying if you donate money to a traditional marriage cause, okay, right, we're going to hurt you. Going to hurt you. We'll find out where you live. We're going to try to take your job. Maybe do vandalism to your home. Big, big difference, is there not?
Yeah, no, I think there's a difference, and that is problematic. And I think what you're hearing from that editor of The Nation and from some of the other folks on that panel who are all liberals, who I'm happy to agree with on this point, is a little bit of firer's regret. They are looking at this situation and going, oh, should he actually have been hounded from his job? There was no evidence that it was going to change the way that they treated employees at Mozilla. There was no evidence that it had been a problem in the past, that he believed something different than they did. And this is the question. Do you want those people to be targeted? And when you hear activists saying, yes, we do, that's problematic, and I think problematic for debate in society. And here's the other thing, Bill, and I think this is where I slightly differ from you. I think a lot of the strategy of gay activists in the past has really actually won over hearts and minds. There's always a faction that is into the bullying and calling bigot. I think this move was more
It's hard
of that,
to quantify that. I'm not going to say, look,
well, I'm saying
I have always called
is a turn in that direction and not maybe good for them.
I've always called for robust debate on the issue. All right, there are two sides that are legitimate in the gay marriage. There are two sides that are legitimate, but there's no more robust debate, Juan.
Right,
now there are threats and demonization, and that, unfortunately, has put gay marriage over the top. That is the technique that turned the tide. Intimidation and harm. That's what won it. Go ahead, Juan.
You think, wait a second. First of all, the only people I've heard going to somebody's house and attacking, I just heard that in the comment from that editor of The Nation.
No, it's been on websites. There have been websites who have put people's names on there. There have been a lot of that stuff.
They've outed people too. I mean, that goes both ways, and it's excessive.
No, you don't justify bad behavior by pointing to other bad behavior. This debate tilted away from traditional marriage after the threats and intimidation flooded in and were accepted by the mainstream media. Oh, absolutely.
You see, I'm not sure I believe that. I think lots of people have evolved and changed.
Some people have. No doubt.
Yeah.
But the big shift was because of the threats. Last word, Mary Catherine.
Well, I think this kind of thing is going to make people go, whoa, wait, what the pitch was live and let live, and that was something that we were receptive to, but this doesn't feel like that, and it's not just gay
There's not going to be a backlash.
All sorts of things where there's a huge, there's just a huge outrage about anything that anyone says, any tiny little bit wrong. You have to have a freaking postgraduate degree in gender studies to talk about any of this stuff anymore without losing your job, and that is a problem.
I don't believe there's going to be a backlash. backlash because I believe that most people are just going to say, you know what, the hell with it.
I think these guys talking about it represents even the left going, whoa, what did we do here? And that's a good sign, and I hope they embrace that. I'm
I
not
think
sure
Mary Catherine's right. I think the liberals would be dumb not to say that it's wrong to punish people for having a different point of view, that it's a healthy debate and important.
Mary Catherine, I want to thank you. Plenty more ahead as the factor moves along this evening. Waters World going.